Hey, good afternoon, guys. Just wanted to showcase some brass hammers I just got recently. My employer was actually throwing these out. There's three, and they're 3-pound, and it almost looks like the name on it is Rackett, R-A-C-K-E-T-T. Although Google search turned up nothing. But I just couldn't believe it when I saw that. There was a big bin on a pallet at work, and they, it's just loaded up with scrap metal and trash. And I usually tinker around and see what's in it from day to day. And they often throw out tools for no apparent reason. I found drills and taps and you name it. But these are nice. Steel handle, hollow steel handle. So it just blows my mind that these would be thrown out. So I actually found this one first, and I was very happy. Obviously the top is pretty mushroomed, but I was very happy to find this. And the bottom's kind of damaged. And then yesterday I was poking around a little bit more and found one of these, and then I found the third one, and I just couldn't believe it. So if anyone's heard of this brand, let me know. I'm curious. They seem to be pretty good quality, but I don't know. I don't know if that's kind of pressure fit in there as far as the handle goes, but you're kind of stuck with this handle. But plenty of life left in them for sure. I could always clean the edges up if I wanted to, but I think I'm just going to leave them as is. So I got those three, and I'm happy about that. And I had these two. This was a $2 pickup at a flea market, and it appears to be homemade, but it's nice. It comes apart. All this hardware comes off. The wooden handle comes off. I had it apart when I cleaned it up and brought it home. You couldn't even tell it was brass. I don't think the seller knew, but $2. And then this is a small Galvan that I've had for some time now. So I like the brass hammers. I just don't like the prices that they go for. And nowadays, I mean, where would you go to find a decent one? Home Depot or Lowe's is going to be most likely a made in Taiwan piece. So, but that's it really. Just wanted to show them off. I did finish up that fan, and it got delivered to its owner. She was ecstatic. Like I had said, I swapped out the motor and the casing, and it was fine. I think the windings are going bad in this one. I think that's the issue. But so ultimately, I got reimbursed for my costs, which were somewhere around $140. I paid $120. I paid $120 for the replacement fan. Believe it or not, they originally had wanted $200. They wouldn't budge off the price, so I had paid $120 for the fan. I used a couple cans of paint, about $5 a can. I had to get the I think I got Krylon rust preventative aerosol from Walmart. It was about $4 or $5 a can. And then that's really about it as far as material costs. And so I got reimbursed for my costs, and then I got paid on top of that. So she's ecstatic. And I'm very happy to have it out of my hair. It was a major pain. I think part of her issue was these older fans have a little hole here, and that's for oiling. There's a wick in there, and hers was dried up, and I don't think she had ever been oiling it, and I think it was overheating because of that. So anyways, I'm left with this fan. I'm going to clean it up. This is the 1204. The fan I just finished was a 1604, which basically the only difference is The 1604 is a 16-inch and the 12 is a 12-inch, 1204. So the badging is in great shape on this one. So I'm happy about that. And the game plan is to clean this all up, and I'm still going to tinker with the motor and try to get that running, but it'll be just kind of a display piece for the most part. There's the grill for it. So yeah, I was kind of bummed out paying the $120 for the fan, but I had no alternative. You know, I was happy to find something local that would work. The motor is exactly the same. The housing is exactly the same. But the guy was a stickler. You know, he had 200 on it originally, and people were posting ads on Craigslist slaying him, saying you're crazy. You're never going to get that kind of money for the fan. Yada yada yada. So I had offered him 50 at first, and 75, then got no response, and then I offered him 100 the day that I bought the fan, and he said, you know, the lowest we'll take is 125. So I showed up and I got him down to 120. I felt like it was a small victory, but that fan was perfect. It functioned perfectly. The oscillation worked. All 3 speeds worked. So I basically just repainted the motor housing, cleaned that all up, and swapped it right out. You know, so I should mention one other difference in the fans is this one has steel blades. Her fan, the 1604, has aluminum blades. So even though these are smaller, they're heavier, which is kind of interesting. So, and I went through a couple different paint choices on the fan blades. I should have taken a video of the finished product, but just I was in a hurry to get it out of my hands, and you know, I didn't like it sitting out here in the garage, you know, with dust and everything flying around, so I was eager to get it out of my hands, but I went through a couple different color choices. I ended up with settling for, I'll show you the paint. It's a brushed nickel finish. Where is it? If I can find it here. It's not it. I got a bunch of paint up here. There it is. Yeah, so Valspar metallic. And it's like a brushed nickel, but it's a high gloss, and it had a really nice look to it. So I ended up going with this, and I did some accent colors on the blades, black. So other than that, I'm just kind of sorting away stuff from this last $50 lot I bought. There were a bunch of saws. I got most of my saws hanging up on the wall there. I don't use much of them. I got a bunch more besides these, but and then I threw some more levels up there on the wall. A whole bunch of different levels. But that's really it. I'm just trying to sort through these tools here, these hand tools, and get them filed away. And I gotta finish the handle yet on this vise. So my immediate goals are the vise, the fan, and then I want to get cranking on this Delta floor drill press that I've neglected for so long. I did replace the power cord, but that's about it. So that's it. Appreciate you guys as always. I'm getting ready to go to work here. One more night, and then I'm off 2 nights, so hope you have a great night. Thanks for watching, as always.